Hello and welcome to the SciFirst MovieTalk episode. So in this episode, I will be discussing the 2005 DreamWorks animated desert island adventure, Madagascar, as directed by Darnell and Tom McGrath. The film follows the misadventures of a group of animals from New York Zoo, who inadvertently find themselves marooned on the island of Madagascar, after the ship they are being transported on is hijacked, if you like, by an organised group of penguins looking themselves to escape to Antarctica. Marty, a zebra, as voiced by Chris Rock, dreams of being free in the wild and one night escapes into the streets of New York on a mission to take a trip up to Connecticut to get closer to his dream of getting back to nature. However, fearful for their friend, Alex, a lion, and New York Zoo's main attraction, as voiced by Ben Stiller, Gloria, a hippo, as voiced by Jada Pinkett Smith, and Melman, a hypochondriac giraffe, as voiced by David Schwimmer, all go out into the night, traversing the New York subway in order to bring Marty back. After an eventful night, culminating them all being captured and tranked at New York Central Station, the four awake to find they have been shipped out, presumably to another zoo. However, as events take a further unexpected turn, the friends end up stranded on the shores of Madagascar, initially thinking they have been transferred to San Diego Zoo, the party zoo. They soon realise they are in the wild, alone and having to fend for themselves. So, the premise of this movie is quite ridiculous when you actually come to think about it, and some of the themes, the characters and situations are indeed mad and basically embellished. But that is what this film is. It is a colourful cavalcade of humour, comedy, music and nonsense that simply ends up being a fun, madcap adventure about friendship with some eccentric characters set against an exotic and unique desert island backdrop. It has a fantastic party-style energy, which has a real kind of upliftingly kind of vibe, fueled by its wonderfully colourful and flamboyant animation. Coming hot off the heels of one of DreamWorks' other hit franchises, of course, this being the delectable Shrek, Madagascar itself is also famed and brought together a whole franchise, an entire franchise of its own, with a number of other sequels, spin-off TV shows, games, and countless other items of merchandise along the way. And to be honest, it's not all that hard to see why. It's an energetic movie that has appealed to a wider base, from its slapstick moments to its nods to other classic movies such as Planet of the Apes, Castaway, and American Beauty. It's a disco vibe, and it's punchy banter. Between Shrek and Madagascar, DreamWorks do have a lot to answer for. You know, almost single-handedly bringing the expectation that each animated movie, that's released should have at least one cheesy dance act, a catchy song, and a bunch of cute characters that shout soft toy from the moment you see them on screen. It has become somewhat of a repetitive formula, to say the least. But these movies, these were the trailblazers in this respect, if you like, and admittedly, all things considered, the movie does seem to fresher here, the moves do seem fresher. Like, the characters are genuinely having fun with the moment, and it's certainly this which gives the film its fun and funky appeal for sure. But indeed, ushering a new age of cheese with their rendition of reel-to-reel's catchy hit, I Like to Move It. And whilst I don't think Madagascar quite captures the imagination in quite the same way as the aforementioned Shrek, it's still a very relatable and lively movie. It has a different energy, but doesn't kind of set to rewrite the rules this time around. Moreover, use what's already been done before with more outlandish charm, but still as captivating, and equally as entertaining in its own right. And in this vein, indeed, it's the characters that bring this movie alive, with an outstanding cast, a lovable and relatable core set, with some outlandish and hilariously devised support, from the totally clueless but endearing King Julian, as voiced by Sacha Baron Cohen, the leader of a group of lemurs who befriend the stranded quartet, a pair of monkeys who form a sort of educated rabble, if you like, and indeed the first iteration of of the Penguins, a military-styled outfit intent on completing their own mission to Antarctica, only to find out the inclement climes not quite to their taste anymore. It is quite the collection, and the movie makes great use of placing them into situations such characters, indeed animals, may never ever be placed, you know? I mean, yeah, it does all have to be taken with a little bit of a pinch of salt to kind of make it work. It's not meant to be taken seriously, but it has great fun with the ideas and the premise it sets forth, which doesn't hold back, and whilst at the time, at its heart, bringing a heartwarming message about friendship and survival against all of the odds. Additionally, set against the occasional pop song is an enthused and upbeat score by Hans Zimmerman, of all people, who captures the essence of the comedy and the animal antics with the same kind of consideration and energy as the rest of the movie, capturing its heart and emotions as well as the adventure and the wonder. Overall, this movie is an absolute blast from the start, bringing some fantastic energy and a wonderful cast that bring their respective characters alive with a motivating and enthralling energy and performance. Wonderfully vibrant, brilliantly slapstick, and totally full of witty and observational banter. It's an engaging animation that's brilliantly slapstick and chock full of observant and situational comedy, centred around a colourful and well-considered array of characters. That, okay, at times can be a bit cheesy, but you know what? Are still an absolute delight and brings something that for its time still feels fresh, funky and relevant. It is just a bit of over-the-top, bold, easy-to-watch fun. A nice simple idea, something nice and light, with a bit of cheesy silliness that's simply wonderfully, heartwarmingly and enjoyable family entertainment. So, that brings me to the end of this episode. Many thanks for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Please do hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews, trailer reactions and other movie-related content. Absolutely loved having you here at SciFirst MovieTalk, and definitely love to have you back. Most of all, just thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.